These days, claiming that a movie is based on a true story is a kind of tricky can of worms to open, because those worms have the annoying tendency to whine about any missed details or added action because, apparently, Hollywood exists solely to inform the masses about history instead of, oh, I don't know, making something entertaining for them to gape at for a few hours. George Clooney's Monuments Men is one such apparently true story set in World War II, and looks a little like how Inglourious Basterds might have looked if Quentin Tarantino had a fetish for paintings instead of feet. Raiders of the Lost Art, Monuments Men, tells the story of George Clooney assembling a bunch of aged art enthusiasts for a club of his, except instead of playing bingo as they should be, they're fighting Nazis. Granted, none of them are particularly competent, but the movie still reeks of an odd sort of patriotism that Americans have grown jaded of, like their country is some kind of amazingly embarrassing parent. As the end credits and the upbeat military music rolled, I was expecting George Clooney to personally appear and ask me to buy war bonds. I have to give it some credit, though. It's one of the only World War II films that acknowledges that countries other than America fought in the war, though this is still Hollywood, so anybody that doesn't ooze freedom out of their eye holes is more or less relegated to the role of secondary character. It's definitely lighter in tone than most modern war movies, but with this relative lightness comes issues, mainly the odd buddy comedy feel that I got from the team. However, Art of Darkness also seems to want to dip a reluctant toe into the shark-infested waters of wartime drama, and it doesn't quite work out, leading to a lot of weird pacing, essentially depriving the movie of a proper climax. At the very least, amidst the characters dodging literal bullets, the movie dodges a figurative bullet by not including a token romance, though in some parts the romantic tension is so thick that it could likely be used as a passable substitute for butter. It appears that George Clooney has hit his stride with Artpocalypse now, though it may be more accurate to say that he broke his stride by tripping over his shoelaces only to be trampled to death by the bloodthirsty young film majors jogging behind him. Being artsy is just fine, George, but sacrificing plot for the sake of making something unusual just reeks of pretentiousness. Maybe it was all done for the sake of following the book, but what works on paper doesn't necessarily work on the big screen. This is probably why American Hustle, which is based on a true story in the same way that Winnie the Pooh is based on an angry grizzly bear, works so much better. It realizes that, in the end, a movie has to be entertaining. Certainly, Jennifer Lawrence's horde of internet fanboys didn't hurt, but a farewell to arts can probably take a few hints from that side of Hollywood. You know, the side that can't walk down the street without winning several Academy Awards.